What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts. It is a special day. The Dream Team have collaborated once again. Burna Boy is joined by Wiz Kid for b.d'or, or what I presume means Ballon d'Or. The audio has literally just dropped over on Burna Boy's YouTube channel and on his Spotify as well. Wiz Kid announced this collaboration on his most recent O2 sellout show as well. I'm absolutely buzzing to get into this. It's pretty much dropped out of the blue. It was kind of announced about 20 minutes ago that it was dropping, so I ran to my computer to get into this. I'm very excited for it. As always, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff. We're nearly at 16k. Hopefully, you guys viewing this video will be the ones that push it over the 16k mark, which was originally our Christmas target. It's come around way sooner than I expected. So there we go. Without further ado, let's jump right into it, people. I'm excited. Oh, yes. Burna and Wiz, bro. Dream Team. Ooh. Ooh.
Wait, what's this over?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Right, it's not the direction I thought it would be right from the off, but this has me intrigued. The drums are so lively already, I can hear that. The strings sound super, super urgent. This feels like quite a kind of, I don't know, mischievous collab. The way the sort of notation's been on those strings, very urgent, very kind of, very dark in their sort of presence. And I really like the approach of the drums. Again, almost kind of Eastern inspired with those very kind of heavy percussive elements. Let's see where we go, boys. Woo. That percussion is gorgeous, man. So clicky and like vibrant. Woo. That bass line though. Are you mad? That bass line is incredible, bro. This is lively, man. This is, you know what? There are very few things I get more excited about than seeing a Burna Boy and Wiz Kid collaboration landing. Genuinely, I'm going to see the new Spider-Man film tomorrow. And when I saw this landing, I got hit with the same feeling of excitement. This is sounding crazy. The bass line absolutely through the roof. That low end is just bubbling away. You then, of course, couple that with all the different percussive elements that are floating around the low end of the mix. You've got tablas down there. You've got low-ended congas. You've got so many different kind of naturally low-ended percussive kind of stabs and punches. And when you kind of couple those with the sort of delicacy with which Burna's vocal has been processed and kind of placed frequency-wise, this is a winning combo. It's so spacey as well. Those strings, bro. The thing is, like, Burna's vocal on this is almost playing back burner. It's almost playing back burner. It's almost playing like second fiddle because of how big the instrumental is. Not a bad thing. Burna's doing the right thing because those strings and that bass line kind of tied together give this one a very kind of big room, epic feel. It almost feels like a bit of a film soundtrack, the way it's all coming together. But the way Burna is kind of hopping and skipping over the top of it, it's almost giving it that extra bit of life, that extra bit of kind of elegancy in the way he's actually performing and the way he's kind of vocalizing. This is sounding crazy, man. I'm really interested to see what Wiz does with this instrumental as well. If you are new to the channel, please do bear in mind we will be pausing a fair bit. We're going to be breaking down all of the different musical elements of the tune. That's what we do here on CubCamTV. I come from a production background, so that's what I really enjoy doing, and I'm loving breaking down this one. It's a very complex creation.
So many things inside of my jeans. Slide down the beatings. Can they move like a disco? One making my lolata. Happy boss, happy actor. So never give me ball.
You know the mad thing?
Oh, yeah, can't take a picture.
With those rolling strings in the background, you've got a very high-ended kind of more orchestral, almost, I'm trying to think, more kind of atmospheric string line running across the top of the tune, just kind of going like at the top. That's giving it an extra sense of atmosphere. The actual string usage on this reminds me of almost like early 50 Cent stuff, like the Massacre, Get Rich or Die Trying, that sort of period where strings were so kind of almost, they were kind of essential to the way hip-hop sounded at that period in time. This has a very similar kind of tint to it with those strings, but the drums take it to a completely different universe, man. This is sounding fantastic. Again, Burna's vocal is doing absolute bits. He's just hopping and skipping over the top of it, again, with elegance, with ease, with grace in the way he's landing. This is crazy.
Follow my instruction.
Oh Lord of mercy, I dey be one way they calling me Messi. I dey for shit that she go fly, come check me. I never see person with fee money impress me. All of the things she dey do, she dey test me.
Wiz sounds cold.
I dey kill away for back, I dey pressing. The one I carry come down, they suspect me. She call me small,
it does
engine. No, on my number, she calling up. Anytime when she want, give
it definitely sounds like Wiz's vocal has been pushed a little bit further forward than Burna's. I don't quite know why. It was the opposite, obviously, when they were live. But this sounds so cool, man. The way that Wiz has just arrived on this, obviously doing the sort of messy wordplay and stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of standard at this point, but it's the energy he's bringing and the way he is finding a kind of pitch that fits perfectly over the top of this. Wiz and Burna don't have very similar voices, and yet they work so well together. They almost kind of fill in the gaps where each other don't sit on a frequency kind of scale. And again, the way WizKid moved into this one, the way he arrived, so smooth, man. What a drop this could be. Low ends, bro. The percussion. You know what? I'm almost kind of reminded of again, that sort of 2004 to 2006 sort of period where R&B and dancehall was crossing over a lot in the charts. Like, you had tunes like Ponder Replay and stuff like that. The actual vocal technique, I feel, that WizKid's coming with, that sort of, the actual, like, the kind of movement of the vocal, the kind of journey, the rhythm of the vocal more than anything else, is very much reminding me of that era, kind of going like, almost like Nate Dogg, that one Nate Dogg tune. But there's like an era there, of that kind of using the rhythm to your advantage and not just kind of gliding over, actually kind of tiptoeing over it and using the rhythm as almost like stepping stones to get from one bar to the next. It's a great verse from Wiz, I've got to say. It's a great introduction. I love how urgent the strings are, man. And again, that choir coming in as well. Wow. I love the use on this more than anything else. I love the usage of the different kind of choral elements. You've got a kind of lead from Burna in the first verse, which is very much focused around kind of blending into the instrumental. You then hear him come alive a lot more as it comes further forward, and he becomes further forward in the mix. You then hear WizKid's verse, which is a lot more rhythmically attuned, I feel. It's a lot more built around kind of hitting all the individual beat points. We then get these big kind of choirs in the background, and now we get this really cool harmonization from Burna, which we know is almost like his Hadouken. It's like his special move. Crazy. I see some panning on the box as well. That bass line though, man. It does sort of sound like this is just going to pretty much fade out from here, so we'll let it run and go from there. But wow, this has been outrageous, man. Again, it feels like such a natural sounding collaboration with the pair of them. This almost like very... it feels like home for them, even though it wouldn't be what I would typically describe either of what they normally go over. It's this mid kind of point, which is very, very heavily focused on low end and percussion and kind of urgency. We get that from the strings, and then we get that from the kind of choral elements as well. Burna sounds very comfortable over this, like really, really comfortable. And obviously, WizKid comes in and gives quite a technical approach to his verse. This has been wicked. We'll let it run through and then give our final breakdown at the end. Again, that very kind of choral, uplifting sound to it. There we go then, people. The sounds of Burna Boy with b.d'or. Again, I'm presuming it's Ballon d'Or. He says Ballon d'Or in the tune, so I'm going to presume it's Ballon d'Or. Featuring Wiz Kid. The audio is out now. I'm assuming there's probably going to be a music video dropping over the next couple of days. This is definitely one that I'm going to be running on The Breakfast Show on a regular basis. It's a very sort of late entry to the year's release catalogue, but it's going to end up being seen as one of the biggest releases of the year, definitely. Whenever these two collaborate, it's huge. You look back at Ginger, that was arguably, at the time of release, the biggest tune on the album. Obviously, Essence has gone on to eclipse that quite heavily. But yeah, it's a collaboration we know works. Both of them turn up and do bits. I really like the way that Burna kind of blends into the tune at the start and then becomes a lot more at the forefront of it as it goes forward. Crazy. Really love the arrangement on this one. The production's great. Love the urgency in those strings. And overall, I think this is a great collaboration. And another one to add to the successful list from Burna and Wiz Kid. Fantastic stuff. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this reaction, technical analysis, and musical breakdown here on CubCamTV. If you're new to the channel, I hope you did enjoy it and that you will hit that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Turn those notifications on. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. We try to be very, very kind of quick in our reactions, quite reactionary, as it were, and we try to bring you these very sort of in-depth sort of technical production analyses of tunes from around the world. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. That's it from me, though. We shall see you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and peace.
Them sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.